It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. How awesome was it that Superman's newest stars David CORENSWET and Rachel BROSNAHAN made their very first Superman World Tour stop right here in the Philippines. Bright and early, eager fans queued for hours, with many attendees dressed in full Superman costumes and other DC character outfits, proudly showcasing their fandom, hoping for a chance to get up close and personal with the stars, to take selfies and autographs.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, David and Rachel. I'm Gretchen Fullido from ABS-CBN in the Philippines.
It's lovely to see you.
Thank you so much for coming to the Philippines and making it your first stop for your world tour. I hope that you felt the warmth and the love of the Filipino people.
That's putting it mildly. I mean, it's been overwhelming, the energy and support and, the welcome.
It's wind beneath our wings as we take this energy with us into the rest of this tour.
And I hope you can come back soon. The fireworks, you rode a jeepney. There's so many things you've done in 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days is not long enough.
No.
It's what we've got now.
We'll definitely be back.
Please come back and go to the beaches.
Yes, please.
The Philippines is home to some of the most passionate Superman fans in Asia. Filipino fans were truly among the luckiest in the world to be the first to welcome the iconic Superman cast during their global tour. Well, I love the tension and the chemistry of your characters. And now that you know about the love teams here in the Philippines,
We're so
love
excited.
teams, how do you hope that your love team and your love story inspires the generation right now?
That's such a nice question. One of the things that I love about their dynamic is in some ways they're both super in their own profession, in their own spheres, in their own circles, but they really bring out each other's humanity. There's nothing like a deep and very true love that can knock you backwards off your feet and suddenly render you utterly vulnerable and helpless. And I think you see them in that scene fighting to hold on to the things that they know about themselves to be true, and at different points in the scene sort of losing the battle.
That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe, I did.
It feels deeply and profoundly human. I think that's one of the reasons why this love story has endured, because so many different people and so many different couples can see themselves in this dynamic. They're not always the most likely couple to end up together, but it just works somehow.
Lois Lane isn't just Superman's love interest. She's one of comics' first strong, independent female characters and an award-winning journalist since 1938.
I think strong relationships need conflict and need good argument, because if you don't ever risk offending or upsetting your partner, there are some important things that will never get said. You're never gonna always agree about everything, and you're not always gonna feel like your feelings are appropriate or reasonable. Sometimes you just have a thing of like, look, you can't load the dishwasher that way anymore. It's just and
That
to
feels
be able
personal.
Oh, very, yeah. And to know that a strong, healthy relationship makes space every couple of weeks, maybe, or maybe more often, for a good, healthy look. I've got an issue with what you're doing, and it may just be that I'm crazy, and this is a weird thing that I need, and you might be doing everything right, but you're with me, and so I'm going to tell you what I feel like I need or what's important to me, and then I'm going to give you your chance to explain to me why I'm wrong or your way.
Yeah.
But to be able to go back and forth like that, to be able to risk, leaving angry and then coming back together later, it's a big risk to make a commitment.
It takes a lot of trust.
Yeah.
Yes.
It takes a lot of trust to be able to
And
know.
forgiveness and love.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's the one thing that nobody can logic their way around.
Yeah.
I think if you try hard enough, you can probably.
I know you think
That's
that.
my-
And you're wrong.
Superman has been fighting for truth and justice since the 1930s. He first appeared in Action Comics #1 in June 1938, making him the world's very first superhero and launching the entire superhero genre.
Is it true that you buffed up more than 40 pounds for this?
40 pounds was the most I gained. That
Okay.
was, yes.
And then is it true that you got a little claustrophobic in the beginning wearing and taking off the suit?
Yes. I get
Why? What's the
claustrophobic
story?
in a sort of not in a small spaces way, more in like a constraint way.
Yes.
And especially when there's not a quick release. I shouldn't be telling the world this. They're going to know my kryptonite, which is like the suit takes a while to get into and then a while to get out of, especially early on. So I got it on, and then they're sort of futzing and fiddling and figuring out what fits and what doesn't. And
Great.
it was everything. Everything was. It's a very tight fitting suit, and sort of just like being squeezed.
Yeah.
Like a blood pressure cuff, but everywhere.
Oh,
Like when you can't get a ring off. Or
Yes,
you
that
get
too.
It's like a
ski boot
compression.
off or
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
And so, and I also knew that even once I said, okay, guys, I need to take this suit off, it was going to be 5 or 10 or maybe even 15 minutes until we got the whole thing off. Yeah, but I came to love it and feel comfortable in it. And I had my dresser, Scotty, who was just my greatest advocate, always whispering in my ear, like, if you need a break, like, let's do it. We can get you out. We got very good at getting in and out of the suit together.
Every Superman actor has struggled with the super suit. Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, and Brandon Routh all called it their kryptonite behind the scenes.
For my last question, your just message to all the Filipino fans that came out to support you in this.
I'd say thank you for your enthusiasm. The enthusiasm that the fans here have shown for the movie and for the opening of the new universe. It's the sort of thing that one could feel a little embarrassed about, getting excited about a movie, getting excited about a superhero movie. But that, I think, is the example that Superman sets for us, which is that you shouldn't be embarrassed to be enthusiastic and be hopeful and be excited and to share that, because the reality is, even if there's 1 or 2 or 3% of the people around you who poo-poo you and say, oh, it's so, you're wearing trunks on the outside, like, who are you? The rest of the people are privately feeling
Wearing
a little,
their own trunks.
feeling a little bit of excitement, wearing their own, wanting to wear their trunks, and they don't feel like they have permission yet to get excited. And I think the feeling of this movie is, don't be ashamed to get excited about what you're excited about. Be excited, share it, give other people permission to feel that excitement and that hope, and to enjoy a great adventure at the movies, which I think is what we're delivering.
And we felt that excitement tenfold here in Manila.
Yeah.
We were just blown backwards by the support that we felt from the fans, and we just can't wait to keep sharing this movie all over the world. So come to the movies, bring a friend, bring your entire family, bring your office, bring your neighborhood. We want to see you at the movies.
And Crypto! Crypto's so cute!
No, he's a cutie. Where is he? Bring out Crypto.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
The whole time we've been here, everybody here has been so great. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love you. Thank you for all the hearts you guys were giving me. I saw all of you. Thank you. Love you all.
Director James Gunn, who's known for putting heart and humor into superhero films, promised that this Superman will bring back the hope and optimism that made the character a legend. Gunn also revealed that his own dog Ozu served as the inspiration for Krypto, Superman's loyal and brave canine companion. In my next video, we'll be talking about Ozu and Krypto and what James Gunn demanded from David CORENSWET before he could take on the role of Superman. Superman hits theaters in the Philippines on July 9, 2025.